What is going on, everybody? We switched over here to the DJI Action Cam. I think this is the I got the Action Cam 4. Not sure how everybody liked the last video. I heard there was definitely some audio issues. I'm trying to keep my shirt down at the moment because it is just flapping in the wind. Shout out Steel City Harley Davidson for this freaking sweet shirt. It's like a cool button up. It says Harley Factory Racing on the back. But it is very windy. Like when you're riding, I don't know if you can see that in the wind. It is very flappy. It keeps flying up behind me. So I kind of got to pinch it between my back and the seat. But what an absolute gorgeous day. Believe it or not, I'm going back up to Ohio Pal again. Just I want to go on a ride, and it's too nice of a day not to get out and go. I was gonna pop a wheelie, but it looks like there might be something behind me. Yeah. So speaking of wheelies, last week we were up here, I got absolutely humbled trying to do one. Clutch slipped. I thought my tire spun, but it turns out it did not spin, which my buddy was actually had his camera rolling at the time too. So you guys, dude, see, I gotta freaking adjust my shirt again. So you guys go check out his channel. I'll put it up here on the video somewhere, Limitless Moto. He should have the moment I got humbled. We were on our way back through, and I thought my camera actually died, but I think it just got a little too hot sitting throughout the day and stopped working momentarily. So, well, I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, as I was saying, got absolutely humbled. We were leaving, tried to do a wheelie up the hill, couldn't get it up, and apparently there were a couple crotch rockets behind me. And one dude literally came in the passing lane, just stood it up, looking at me. And I was like, man. Kind of an embarrassing moment. Couldn't put one on the team right there. That was embarrassing. And then his friend, I think, was on an R3 or something, and then came blowing past me as well. So guys, today I kind of want to revisit. I mean, last episode kind of was all over the place, talking about a little bit of everything. I didn't really have a good game plan, but today I really want to focus in. I think it's just important to keep talking about this. Is purpose, man. I am almost obsessed with the thought of it. I see people a lot of times, and it's crazy. I'm talking about this right now because we were on the same road when I started bringing this up. I feel like a lot of times when things get a little rougher, we stray away kind of what we're here for, you know. And kind of throughout the years, you know, I was lost with that, with work and everything. I was just, and you hear every time you get through school and everything, and everybody's like, oh, you know, make sure you find a job that you love, blah, 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 blah. And in the grand scheme of things, yes, if you really put your heart into it and do what you want to do, yeah, man, go after it. And if you can find that you found something that you truly, truly love to do, and you can't wait to go do it, that is great. But in the grand scheme of things, more times than none, we don't end up where we want to be, you know, and I talked about this in the last episode. But it all ties in with the word purpose. You like that right there, how I put that up there? I'm learning the little tips and tricks of how to edit videos. Finding your purpose in this world will carry you on through your life. And I'm not saying that I have it all figured out, but I'm not going to lie, I have a pretty freaking good idea. And I might be wrong, and we may be wrong about what we feel like is our purpose here, but, you know, deep down, I feel like my purpose on this earth throughout the years, through the things I have seen and went throughout my life so far, is it's not work. I'm here, it's not my purpose isn't to work for the rest of my life, you know, that's a job, it pays my bills, I'm there to do my job, you know, just like everybody else. But truly deep down, I feel like my purpose in this world is stuff like this, and being a good lending ear to a friend, stuff like that, being there, and just, you know, it doesn't matter if you're a temporary person, if you're a permanent person to people, and that's stuff that I've struggled with growing up and learning about people, is it's hard to put your mind where someone else's mind is, if that's really, you know, dating, relationships, even relationships with your family. It's hard for me to put my mind in someone else's mind, and I try and figure it out. Like it's hard to, and you have to learn to move away from that, and you have to learn, okay, this was not part of the plan. Like if something popped up and happened, like this wasn't part of the plan. That's okay. And my biggest advice is grow your faith. Grow your faith stronger than it will ever be. And that's something that I have strayed away from the past few years. And I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get better with it. But like throughout my life, in the grand scheme of things, like if I get down about something, I'm like, man, like what in the world is my purpose? And I'll never forget, like I was at a job a few years ago that I didn't love. I was there to get paid, and I was like, man, there's got to be something else. There's got to be more, because I'm at the point, like, I don't like this anymore. This can't be it. And I'll never forget, we had a legit guy. He was like almost like a life coach of some sort, and there was a big talk, and it just resonated with me so much. It was about purpose, finding your purpose. And that is the one thing you need to figure out. And you don't always have to have it figured out. When I say figure it out, really sit down with yourself, and you can even start making notes about yourself. What am I good at? What do I enjoy? And like this, to me, like purpose in life does not have to be work related. It does not have to be work related at all. Like I said myself, I truly deep down believe my purpose in this world is, even if something doesn't go right for me, like I said, dating, relationships, like more times than none, like people are temporary in my life, and it happens, like, but that doesn't mean I'm going to change who I am and who my deep down, how my soul is, because even if someone is not permanent in my life, doesn't mean that it didn't happen for a reason, if that makes sense. So that turns around, like I've dealt with that my whole life, you know, and I don't mean to make this I don't want this to be Troy, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not saying that. That is what circled around for me to be able to kind of get through things of saying, you know what, like this happened for a reason. This ties back into growing your faith, man. It really does, because it's all part of a plan that's greater than we'll ever know. And, you know, some people may disagree with that, and that's okay. And, you know, we all have our opinions and everything, but that there is like the number one thing when you're going through something. It happens for a reason, and life is all about stepping stones, unfortunately. The way the world is right now, it is about stepping stones, and you really have to take your licks. And how I am is I love unpuzzling things, kind of. Not a legit, like, physical puzzle where you're going, oh, we got a whole group of them. All for you. All for you. Beautiful day for a ride, so I don't blame them. But oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, but that brings me back to understanding, like not like a physical puzzle or anything, but if something happens, I like to break it down. Why? You know, was it anything I did? Is it anything someone else may have done? You know, what caused it? What caused it? What caused it? And sometimes, like, it's a bad habit of mine. It for sure is. Like, it's not good that I do this. I have a really hard time with just accepting the fact of something, you know? I do. I'm not afraid to admit that. But you circle around, and then it's like, yes, like, my purpose here, what I truly deep down believe is I am here on this earth to do stuff like I'm doing right now, is sharing stories, being a good ear, being someone that can give good advice to people that need it, and I'm okay with that, man. Like, it's hard, like, maybe you do have to accept it, but like it's hard, like, and you got to carry hope too. You have to hope that, you know, maybe one of these days it'll work itself out, you know, but until then, I'm okay with that. So I hope if anybody is going through a little something right now and you're kind of confused and lost, you know, try and think of that thought and really be like, okay, you know, this happened, but man, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this because, you know, I know who I am. I know how I am. You know, I know cards that I bring to the table in life. And, you know, you just gotta let people lose you, man. That's a big thing too. And I'm sorry if this is going into like a relationship thing here at this point, but you gotta let people lose you. It's the one thing, man. I watched a podcast the other day because I'm very fascinated about thoughts of other people, like how they approach stuff in life, and I'm really fascinated by it because I learn a lot, and you know, I think a lot of stuff is from advice, like shaping me into who I am. It's advice that I've learned from people throughout the years, like these podcasts and stuff I listen to. I listen to a lot of like speeches, because there was a point in time where I was lost, man. I was completely lost, and you know, I felt like there was no coming back from it. I felt like I was in my early 20s, and I mean I still am in my late 20s now, but it was one of those things of dude, like I don't know what, and I will forever be thankful for my friends for pulling me out of that slump, because they truly brought me back, man. They brought me back to show me that there is still good, but they did. They truly showed me that there is good. It helped me with kind of finding my path and starting to pave my path, you know. But purpose, what a magical thing, and what a magical thing it is. And like I said, man, I hope people find it. You know, there's just, I don't know, like the more I meet people, the more I talk to people, it's like a common thing. Like somebody's always going through something. And like it's, you know, I'm blessed to say that, you know, I have my method of getting out of funk now, you know, like it's not the end of the world. And, you know, there are millions of people out there who have gone through the worst of things, and you know, my problems compared to their problems are about that big, you know. So take this with a grain of salt. I'm not saying that by any means that I have an awful life or anything. I most certainly do not. But it makes it makes me really sad when people can't see an end, you know. Like, it bums me out, because it's like you're so much better than this, you know. Like your purpose in this world is so much better. And I'll tell you what really got me out of my phase, and I watched it so much, and I would save them. I'd watch these reels every day on Instagram, is the Granger Smith podcast. So Granger Smith, if you're ever somehow stumble upon this, I am thankful that you exist, dude, because I will it gave me hope. It really did. It gave me hope again, just hearing what he had to say. And there was just a lot of stuff at the time that I was dealing with. There's a big speech like Matthew McConaughey. I love it. It's when he won that award. And I thought my tire just popped. Dead serious. I don't know what that noise was. Didn't see anything. But Matthew McConaughey, when he won that award, it was like, one of the questions that I loved so much was when he said someone asked him or something, like when he was younger, who his hero is. He thought about it, and he kept saying it's himself in 10 years. Then he would see the person, and he'd talk about see the person again in 10 years. And he said, "Do you ever figure out who your hero is?" And he said, "Still me in 10 years. And on and on and on, you know? And that's a great way to think about it, is chase yourself so much that you are so happy in life that you have a purpose for yourself to be your own hero, you know, in your own story. And I think that's really cool. And it's a different way of looking at it, because, you know, today versus 10 years. What does your life look like in 10 years? What do you hope for it to look like? And you can say, okay, this year, not so good so far. Let's make next year. Let's try and get next year. Next year comes, maybe it isn't. Okay, following year. You just give yourself windows, man. You give yourself goals. You give yourself a list of, and it's the smallest things, man. Like I don't even know. If you're way down in the dump, it can be the smallest things. So I'm gonna get out of bed today, and you know what? I'm gonna go for a walk. The smallest thing. Boom! I went for a walk today. And I think journaling's a really good idea too. I wasn't a believer in journaling, but dude, putting your thoughts on paper when you're just lost, when you get out of your funk and you can go back and read those notes and journals that you noted every single day, or once a month, you know, twice a month, however many times that you feel like you want to do it, it is the coolest feeling ever, because you look back and say, you know what, wow, like that time frame in my life, I didn't feel like there was a way out. And then you can look and you're smiling again, you're up again, hanging out with your friends, you're laughing again, you don't even think about that. And don't get me wrong, that little pieces of this stuff will stick with you. They will. You always remember. But it's just little things where you're like, man, like it's so cool that I can read this now, and I'm not really feeling down about it anymore. If you have topics or something that you want to know about or whatever, let me know in the comments or right down below there. I'd be more than happy to start talking about it, or even if something's on someone's mind. I'd be more than happy. And I hope everybody's liking the new view. It turns out I thought I was on ultra wide last time. I was not. It was on wide. So hopefully it's like a better perspective riding around and stuff, which would be really cool. And there's a bunch of people. I'm surprised there's actually not more people out. I don't know why people don't wear a helmet. Just rolling on, brain bucket, man. But yeah, I don't want to go into super length about that topic. I know it's probably boring to sit and watch, but if you sat through that, you know, I hope it made a little impact on your day, man, because I think it's super important to talk about it. I think mental health, I'm a massive mental health advocate anymore. I think it's super important to check yourself and check how you're feeling, because especially us guys, man, like nobody checks in on us, you know, nobody. I mean, we're the people that can walk in a room, have the biggest smile, and we can be going through 100 million things, and I think that's so true. And I will die on that hill, and I'll say that every time. But hang in there, man. If you guys are going through some tough spots, just hang in there. It does get better. I'm telling you, it does get better. It may not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but put the work in. And I can tell you as well, like, it's not just going to magically get better on its own. Like, you have to be willing to wake up one day and say, dude, I'm tired of feeling like this. What can I do? I hope everybody takes that advice and really thinks about it, and how important mental health truly is, and how important it is to just strive through your purpose. You know, it's one of the most important things in this life. You gotta find it, man. You can't stay lost, you know? Oh, these freaking red lights. My goodness, my butt hurts already. I don't know what it is with people today, but they're just like literally pulling all over the place, pulling out in front of me, like boom. Granted, there are some blind corners, so whatever. Oh, I bet that pizza's good. Dude, any pizza from like a taco truck is like really good. Guys, I think before I head onto this, before I get onto the highway here, climb the mountain again, I think I'm probably just going to cut the video here, honestly. Like I said, I want to keep it super short and sweet, this one. I feel like this one's going to be plenty long enough. If it isn't, I'll get up and get some more clips tomorrow. But I hope you guys really take something from this video. I hope it was enjoyable to watch, and make sure to check that subscribe button. I'm trying to crush 1,000 subs this year, and I think we're like 200 away or something, which is crazy, you know, because I haven't even posted on YouTube, and somehow it was like, I forget what it is, 700 or 800 subscribers. But yeah, I'm gonna try to bust these out as much as I can. I'm aiming for a upload a week, so until then, you know, we'll see you guys, and have a great rest of the week. We'll see you in the next one.